Hello, my friend. Welcome to tea leaf readings. My name is Lenore, and today we're going to be reading your tea leaves. All right, so let's begin. We have the number 3 right at the center. This feels right. We are in the Holy Week, right? The week of the Passion. This is not I'm not skewed towards any one religion, okay, in this, but I want to talk about this because it is a time. I always picture this week as being kind of the indicator of the opening towards all of the festivals for spring and fall, an opening into a time where the soil is warming, the sun is out, the waters are flowing, things are green, and the air is not thick yet with the heavy heat, or not too cold yet with the winter that will be coming soon in the south. But a beautiful time for celebration, really, for hope, for looking for some meaning so that we can continue on. And that's really what it comes down to, these festivals, these rites of passage, these seasonal gateways that we have. Okay, so the number 3 to me really is the unification, of course, but also the production that comes from the coupling. Okay, so there is a star born. There is a dream conceived, manifesting into. And during these fall, spring months, we're harvesting the crops, we are planting the crops, we're watching things come up and life begin again, and so on and so forth. So the 3 seems like the right thing to start with, definitely. So let's continue on, and I just want to say thank you for hitting clicking on the reading, and hopefully if you hear anything in here that kind of resonates with you, you will hit that like button. So we have the swan up there, okay, and it's kind of solo, it looks like. Now over here we have the windmill. Okay, now here we almost have, it looks like a knight with these big old boots and carrying the flag there. Immediately I'm thinking of Don Quixote, right? And the windmills. So there is this sense of seeking some kind of honor, nobility, position, or to just seem useful to somebody. Right? At the base of it all, being something useful enough that people start to, trust you, to listen to you. You become some kind of a leader, an authority. And then we have Don Quixote, right? And this is, if you don't know the story, I will very generally probably distort it and take the wrong interpretations, but it's a dude that's like trying to find a little bit of something. Like, I did something, I mean something, but that's only the beginning part, right, of what he's actually doing. That's like the first thing that gets it's like the little spark there, right? And it's very surfacey, but the reality is, right, he's on a hero's journey. He is devolving, degrading. He is becoming part of the subtle, right? His mental faculties are questionable at best, right? He is absurd, He's an absurd person living an absurd life. He isn't yet the fool, but very close. So he is, in a way, really freeing himself through tedium, right? Finding meaning where most would find no meaning. Okay. Now, with the swan, of course, there's a beauty, but there is also kind of that classic understanding that I am not like the rest, right? With the ugly duckling. We remember that one where the swan is hatched with the ducks, and the ducks raise the swan, and the swan is ugly compared to the ducklings. And then when they grow up, right, oh, it's a swan, it's not a duck, and it's beautiful. So this feeling of being almost unreachable, beautiful, talented, just wonderful, something to behold, but fully unreachable. Okay. We also have a person kind of holding a fish over here, and to me, and then we have like the crown, but it also has the memories right there. So kind of like very much mother energy, household. I almost wonder if you had like a family member, maybe a parent, I'm assuming father, maybe uncle, brother, whatever, that just really was not super in reality all the time. Like maybe mental health stuff, maybe they're just like an artist, kind of, a little different, eccentric, something like this. But I think the thing is there seems to be almost like a reverence for the beauty of their mind and how they exist, but also almost like and that's where we get this kind of swan feeling, I think, is like not being able to ever really reach them or be close to them, right? You could behold them, but you couldn't really be with them, be close. Now, I do feel like there is a strong mother bond, okay? Or the desire for, or you have become maybe that mother. But I feel like this kind of very maternal core to the family, the thing that really, that's where your safety is, that's where your love is, okay? And I think that, when you come into these places where, and I think really what it comes down to, honestly, is that you see in yourself at times maybe some of the behaviors of this family member who that you loved and you probably admire and still do, but very kind of, again, hard to get to, hard to connect with, hard to go to those deeper levels of connection. And I think that's just something that sometimes you might start to hear these things about yourself in your relationships, like you don't ever like share your emotions, or whatever it is. And at some point, right, and I think right now is kind of one of those points where you start to like draw that back to some of your earlier experiences, okay? But not all is lost, right? Like we aren't set in our conditioning, right? We are not. Now, it takes a lot of recoding of neural pathways, or redirecting, or I don't know how you say it exactly, but through the work, right? The healing, the introspection, the different whatever modalities that you're using, through this self-work, you absolutely can retrain your brain. I don't know why we ever got stuck in the play. Well, propaganda, 100%. Social conditioning, 100%. But I don't know why we bought into this idea that we're in some like fixed state. You know, like, oh, you fell into the thing and now you're there forever. No. That's the fun of life. We can change. We can change. Now, some things are so deep and in the root that like it feels like, no, I always comes back down to this, right? And that can feel like you're never going to be able to like change or modify. Here's the deal. And if you've watched my readings, you know I'm obsessed with like the quantum right now, even though I don't have any mathematical understanding or background. And I don't know. It's like maybe pop quantum through YouTube videos and things. But here's the thing. When we witness something, the observer effect, right? It changes. It changes its behavior. Okay? It changes. So, if we look at those tough places within ourselves, those shadowy places, those places that, you know, we get to them and it's real raw and we have all these different things go on in our life. And every time we try to go through those things and process them and integrate them, we get down to this point and it's like, this is oftentimes where the pain really seems to be coming from. If we keep looking at this, now, I don't mean obsessively or like you're lamenting or ruminating, but when we do look at this, it will change. It might not be the change that's overnight, but it will change. Okay? So I do feel that this is worthy work. I absolutely do. Okay. We also have the number 32. We have... It looks like maybe the letters H-A. Ha. Ha 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 ha. Maybe you're laughing. Maybe you have some good comedy going on. I hope so. I'm having a time of it. My beloved kitty cat, I don't know if I said this in this reading, but my beloved kitty cat passed away yesterday. And I don't want to keep crying, but I've just been beside myself the last few days, so trying to get it together. That's my baby. She was my baby, you know. I've had her before I even met my husband, so I don't know. It just, I love you, TT. Miss ya. Look, and it says TT. We have tea, definitely. We also have, it looks like flower or plants growing. Okay, plants growing. We have a little flower here. We have a little tree growing up here. It looks like some kind of like rabbit. It feels like an idyllic park kind of thing. So, I feel like Spirit is saying, dude, you need to get outside. Dude, you should go and do something. Go enjoy the weather if it's nice, even if it's kind of gloomy, even if it's, too hot or whatever. Just go do something. Just look at the stuff. Go sit, on a rock somewhere and watch the grass and the birds, eat whatever they're eating. Definitely. Just go witness. Let's go be witnesses this week to the beauty of life. 11. That's our first lucky number. Again, 11, 11. 86. 11, 11, 86, and 59. All right. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. We'll talk again soon. Bye-bye.